Learn how to succeed in the gig economy and master the future.
We've been doing this for the last 12 years. Over 155,000 students have actually gone through our program. And so far we know that over 15,000 have actually got jobs of having gone through our programs. We bring a number of people together, people who can help students understand the work life, understand what happens at work, understand what employers are looking for, equip them so that at least we improve their chances of getting a job. This year's theme is focusing on gigs. Don't wait until you have a permanent job. Even if you got a short-term assignment, let that be the stepping spring to a permanent job by doing a good job and knowing what is expected of you.
You're at this point where you're wondering, oh God, what am I going to do? Hey, I'm graduating. First thing, even if you don't have a job now, volunteer. I'm going to tell you that. Volunteer. There are enough places looking for people to volunteer. And don't worry about, I have a degree, Bananda, they're not feeding you. Don't worry about that. But when you get that, give it your best shot. Do not worry about what you don't see now. Just open up these doors for yourself and give it your best shot. You do that.
We have a ready-to-work program that ensures that before you join the world of work, you know how to deal with money. So it has 4 modules. One is money skills, the other one is people skills, the other one is on work skills, and then entrepreneurial skills. For those of you that are not going to be going through formal employment, we also have to prepare you for the gig economy, for the world of entrepreneurship.
It's very important that you note that for you to start, whether you have a first degree honors, whether you have a master's degree, you have to be willing to start somewhere. So you have to be willing to start with those gigs. You have to be willing to start at the bottom, and every time you get a chance, you have to be willing to give your best. So during the expo, we are going to enlighten you. We are going to tell you what employers are looking for. It's about your attitude. It's about the skills that you go out there and look for that will enable you to be seen and to be placed in this job opportunity.
Dreams come from universities. You are at a time when you are able to dream. I know that in this audience, there are people who are going to change the world. So this can be one of the most transformational sessions that you ever had. Because really, entrepreneurship is about changing the world. The transition from a gig to entrepreneurship is a call to change the world. You don't transition from a gig economy to entrepreneurship unless you have found your purpose in life. And if you find it very early in life, lucky you.
Your primary degree is your training ground. You need the skill set. You need the friends. You need the people you're with here. When I'm doing my gig, it is very good to walk into a boardroom and I have an OB the other side of the table. A formula that was used by some guys in jazz music. That if you want to be a good jazz player, there are 3 things you have to follow to be a good jazz artist. There were 3 steps, 3 practices, and the first one was imitation. The second one was integration, and the third one, innovation. Worked for jazz, it works for every skill I know.
Your digital footprint. I know that employers today, as you go about your gig, please ensure that you take it as a full-time job interview. Every employer is okay, you're submitting your CVs, but people are asking, who is this person on LinkedIn? What is their Twitter game like? And the first thing they find is, you're trolling, you're the best troll in Uganda. That's the brand you have built, and you lose a job.
You can draw some lessons from our stories, but it cannot be the same path. Are we together on that? So it's simply learning from each other, because iron sharpens iron. So we know there's iron in the room, and then there's iron on this side of the room. So we'll sharpen each other so that at the end of the day, you've learned something, you're wiser, you can make better choices from people who have been there and done that.
NSSF, a better life.